Welcome to solverfy, the place where learning becomes simple. If you're struggling with homework, assignment, or doubt in subjects, don't worry, you are in the right place.
Okay, so here we have a chemical reaction, which I will rewrite for you here. So we have titanium and chloride reacting to form, or chlorine reacting to form titanium tetrachloride. Okay, and this equation looks balanced, and so they want to know that for 4 moles of titanium and 4 moles of chlorine, how much product would we produce in moles? Okay, and so to answer this question, we are going to have to treat this like a limiting reactant problem, because we're not sure if we used all the titanium, how much product would we make, versus if we used all the chlorine, how much of the product would we make. So let's start with the titanium. So assuming we use all 4 moles of the titanium, for every 1 mole of titanium, we would make 1 mole of our product. So if we used every single mole of titanium, we would end up with 4 moles of our product. What about the chlorine? Let's say we used all 4 moles of our chlorine. Well, let's look at the mole ratio here. It looks like for every 2 moles of chlorine, we get 1 mole of product. So that is going to leave us with 2 moles of product. So this is going to be the theoretical yield, and we will actually have some titanium left over, because if we use all the chlorine, we can make 2 moles. We don't have enough chlorine to make this 4 moles. So that is the approach we're going to take, and that is your answer for A. So let's move on to B, which is 7 moles of the titanium and 17 moles of chlorine. So let's do the exact same thing. If we used all our 7 moles of titanium, and remember there was a 1-to-1 mole ratio, for every mole of titanium, 1 mole of product leaves us with 7 moles of product. Okay, and let's say we used all 17 moles of chlorine. The mole ratio was 2-to-1, so for every 2 moles of chlorine, we get 1 mole of product. So that's 17 over 2, so 8.5 moles of product. Okay, so in this case, the limiting reactant is going to be the titanium. We only have enough titanium to make 7 moles of product, and so this will be the theoretical yield. Let's move on to the last part, part C. So here we have 12.4 of moles of titanium, and we have 18.8 moles of chlorine. All right, so we're going to use the same procedure. So 12.4 moles of titanium, and there's a 1-to-1 mole ratio, so we get 12.4 moles of our product. And we'll do the same procedure but for our chlorine, so 18.8 moles of chlorine, but with a 2-to-1 mole ratio. So this will give us a 9.4 moles of product. So in this case, we only have enough of the chlorine to make 9.4. We don't have enough to make the 12.4 from using all the tin, so this is the theoretical yield for the chlorine, which is the limiting reactant for C. Hope that helps.